Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas. Good Monday morning, everybody, and happy 4th of July to all of my U.S. friends here. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. I know it's early. Some of y'all are sleeping in. There's no rest for the weary around here. There was no sleeping in happening today for clearly anybody in the house. We have literally 1 week from today. We close on the sale of our house here. 8 days we leave, and 11 days we will be on the ground in Connecticut. So lots going on over here. And I am easily excitable. So when I am nervous, when I am excited, when I am in an anticipatory, if that's a word, is that a word? I don't know. We're going to learn this morning. Space, I just don't rest well. And so this rest is going to be even more important because as of yesterday, our plans shifted a little bit. We thought that we had a driver for our truck, and the driver situation fell through. So that means that I get to drive, not the truck, but the other our car. So it should be a fun time. We're going to take an extra day to travel. And we shall see how this goes. Guys, I would be lying completely if I told you that I wasn't completely nervous about the whole thing. I know it'll be fine. And this is going to be the situation where we get there and it's all going to be like, what were we worried about? Everything's going to be fine. And everything worked out. But in the moment, we feel all the things, right? We experience all of this stuff. So it's interesting times. And I also love listen, I know we all have different spiritual beliefs and everything like that's here, but in my experience in my life, what I have dealt with is when you really want something, when you want something real bad, the universe will be like, how bad do you want it though? Are you willing to do the work that is required to get this thing, or you just don't want to do it? Like, which direction do you want to go? And so in my lifetime, some of the things that I've wanted the absolute most have come with the most challenging of times, as if, the universe is saying, how bad do you want it? What do you want to do? Do you want to actually work for this? Because, and also reminding me to do the work that I need to do, to know that not everything has to be hard work. But that's a very, ingrained belief in many of us that we have to work super hard and we have to go through trials and we have to go through trauma in order to get the things we want in our lives. And so when I go through this, I'm reminded that I tend to be a glutton for punishment. And so anyway, it's fun times lately. Fun times. That's all I can tell you. But I'm excited. We'll see how things go. And like I said, we're going to take an extra day. So we're going to leave a day early. And that's the plan anyway. We're going to leave a day early. We're cutting day one's driving in half. And also it works out well because that gives us more time with my dad. My dad's meeting us in Charlotte. And we're going to have a good time there. So day on the 12th, we are going to be in Chattanooga, if anybody's in Chattanooga, as well as where else are we going to be? First day, gotta look at the map, you guys. I gotta look at the map. Day one, we're going to be in Chattanooga and Knoxville. Day two will be in Asheville and Charlotte. Day 3, we will be we'll be going through Durham, Richmond, and then we'll be settling just outside of, where are we going to be at here? Trying to look on the map. I never remember. Laurel, which is right between Washington and Baltimore. And then day 4, we'll be heading up through Philly, New York, New Jersey, and into Connecticut. So if you're in any of those areas, let me know. I can let you know where we'll be stopping. As I shared before, it's a situation where we don't have time to go off-roading to people's houses. So I can tell you where we will be. And if you're free to come, meet us at that time, you're welcome to join us. So we would love to have you do that. So that's what's going on in my world. Honestly, haven't been able to think about much else. I do have a very important announcement where this show is concerned come the end of the show. So stay tuned with me. We may not go the whole length today, but we'll see where we're at. But I do have an announcement at the end. So please stay tuned with me for that. Also bringing me lots of joy today. I can't believe it. We have our fourth, the Breakthrough Show's 4th birthday celebration, you guys, coming up on Wednesday. I'm really excited that the whole network is coming together and we are doing a full day of shows for you guys, a full day of shows. So you'll be starting with Project Joy, 7 a.m. as usual. And then at 8:30, we'll be doing a special edition of the Breakthrough Show. And this is all Central Time, you guys. So do the transition. 10 a.m. Freedom starts now. 12 p.m. Spirit Sessions. 1:30 p.m. Learning in Silence. 3 p.m. My Way. 4:30 p.m. Rewriting Reality. 6 p.m. Divine DNA. And 7:30 p.m. Throwback Thursday. So full day of shows. Really, really excited about that. See, there you go. There we all are. Look at us, how cute. Hi. So our 4th birthday bash is coming up this Wednesday. Again, full day event starting at 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern, all the way until the last show is at 7:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be amazing. And all of the guests for the show are each other. All of the hosts are doing their show in their style, and then we'll be guesting on each other's shows, which should be a lot of fun. It is also my kids' last day volunteering at the library before we move. So wishing them lots of love and luck with that. And I know you guys, transitions, kids are really resilient and it's great. They're wonderful when it comes to transition, but they do have their own things that's challenging for them. And I know that they really enjoy volunteering at the library. So I know they're going to miss that. Here's the thing about that though, too. I'm so excited because my young adult librarian in the library in Connecticut, she's not the young adult librarian anymore, but she does still work at the library. And so I told her, I was like, guess whose kids live at the library like I did, and so she's really excited to welcome them there as well. So I'm thrilled about that everybody's just been so great and so welcoming and so excited to have us back that it really takes a lot of the anxiety and worry and stress and all of that, takes it off the table, takes it, or at least lessons, makes the table look pretty. it's what it does. And so I appreciate that for sure. So really excited about the birthday event coming up on Wednesday. Make sure you guys tune in for that. And again, I have another really important announcement regarding this show that's going to be coming up at the end today. So listen, I invite you to chime in today. You can go to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button and feel free to chime in on our topic today. Okay. As I mentioned, it is 4th of July or Independence Day here in the United States. I want to preface before we go to break, I want to preface our conversation today. And I want to say this for anybody who wants to join on the show today. We will not be getting political about, we'll not be diving into certain hot topics at the moment. But I will say this, I understand that there is a lot of discord at the moment. I understand that there are a lot of people upset. I understand that there are a lot of people that are protesting today. I understand that this is not an easy topic. But I want to assure you, like everything else that we've talked about on this show, that there is joy to be found. There are choices to be had. And I'm really excited to dive into this with you today because I've got the homeschool mom is ready, y'all. I got some definitions for you. I got some history lessons for you. And we're going to talk about what can we actually do? Like, where does freedom come from? Who gives us our freedom? What exactly is it? We're going to talk about freedom, independence, the word proud, we're going to talk about as well. So stay tuned with me. But if you want to chime in under the conversation, I would love to have you. Just go to projectjoypodcast.com, click the join live button, and let's talk about this together. I really would love it to be a two-way conversation. So we're going to take our quick break and be right back after this to celebrate Independence Day together. Let's do it. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Today is Monday, July 4th, 2022. It is Independence Day, or 4th of July here in the United States. And also wishing, again, I hope all of my Canadian friends had a great Canada Day last Friday and enjoyed their weekend, stayed safe and happy and well and all of that good stuff. So I hope it was enjoyable for you. Where do I want to start today? Look, there's so many different avenues that I can go down, but I would like to start with this. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and the law and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evil evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and here we go. Usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. So that is the start of the Declaration of Independence, Congress, July 4th, 1776. So that's where we're starting off today. That is the beginning of what was written as we separated from Britain here in the United States. Now, there were 13 states at the time: Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Massachusetts, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and why is New Hampshire on here twice? That's weird. Anyway, that's what it started off as. That's what it started off as. And so I wanted to just start by reading that, because that's where today began, was that separation from the United States here from Britain. And I have a memory that pops up. Hi, Sharon. Good morning. Good to see you. We're having a lesson today. We're in school this morning, Sharon. When I was in 5th grade, I've shared before, I love music. I love music my whole life. Shout out to Miss Crandall, my 5th grade music teacher. And we did a kind of God bless the USA. I don't even remember Nifty 50 United States. We did in school, and it might have actually been 4th grade. It was right around there. So I wish I would have brought the picture with me, because I have it of me on stage. But we did. I remember to this day us doing the Nifty 50 United States song. And that's actually how I've taught my kids to learn the United States in alphabetical order, because we think Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, the whole ABCs of the United States. And one of the songs that was part of that was God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. And I got the solo for that. And I will never, it's always stuck out to me as a song that just makes me feel emotional about being a citizen of the United States. And I remember a lot going on in the world at that time. I kind of vaguely remember things being a little more simple then, but here we are. But at the same time, I do remember things going on in the world. And there was no point in me singing that song that I thought to myself, I can't be proud of being a citizen of the United States because of these things that are going on. Or I don't feel like I have any choices, or I don't I just don't remember experiencing that at all. And we know, and I know, having kids myself, that kids can be brutally honest. Okay. But I don't recall ever feeling that. The words to the song, if tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag still stands for freedom. They can't take that away. And and then goes on to, and I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I'd proudly stand up next to you, defending her today. And so all of those words that goes back to when I just read the beginning of the Declaration of Independence to you this morning, all of those words go back to that. the Declaration of Independence gave us and you see reading on in it, and gives the freedom to the states. That's what the Declaration of Independence is about. It gives freedom to the states. That's what it's about. So that each state has their right to choose what they want for their people. Now you have ultimate laws through, national laws that rule everybody, but that's what that was about. And also in the lyrics of the Lee Greenwood song, it speaks to our right as Americans that if we don't like what's going on, we have the right to vote. We have the right to get involved in our government. We have the right to stand up and say something. That's what the independence is about. And so all of that to say, the Lee Greenwood lyrics, the Declaration of Independence, this holiday itself goes back to say that we have the rights to those things. Now, whether we feel within like we are being suppressed in some kind of way or oppressed in some kind of way, we have the right as Americans to go and do something about it. That's what your right is. Your right is never that you're not going to experience trials, tribulations, struggles, challenges. Your right is never that. You're not promised, here's perfection on a platter, go run with it. You're promised the ability to be able to say something or do something or change things or whatever that is for you. You have the right to not live in this country. You have the right to go to a different state. One of the things that I have said often, so to give you full disclosure here, my husband is Canadian. We've had several discussions in our home and between us about some of the differences between countries. My family came from Italy and England, and and then I've done this show and I've had the pleasure of talking to people. Even this series alone, we've talked to over 20 different countries already. Every single place has its challenges, and every single person on this planet has the right to go live where they want to live. But one of the things that we've talked about in our household that I've really enjoyed is the states being able to make the decisions that they want to make for their particular state. That's part of the beauty of it for me, because if you don't like what's going on in Alabama, guess what? You can go elsewhere. If you don't like what's going on in California, you can go elsewhere and all of that. Yes, I understand that this is a simplified comment and that there are logistics and money and moving and all of that involved. I'm not blind to that, but I'm saying that the choice is there. The freedom to choose is there. That's what we're talking about. Simply the freedom to choose. Juju's here this morning. Good morning, Juju. Good to see you. Hi, Caroline. Happy to see you as well this morning. Happy 4th to you, my friend. Good morning, Mandy. Good to see you as well. We're talking freedom. We're talking independence. We're talking joy, and we're talking proud. So going back to the song, there I was in elementary school singing that solo, and never did I sing those lyrics thinking to myself, and I'm proud to be an American. I can't be proud because of the stuff that's going on. And put it in context for you. For those of you that are parents out there, if you're a parent out there, even if you're a fur baby parent, okay, raise your hand in the comments right now, live or on the replay. Raise your hand if you're a parent. Okay. How many times has your child or fur baby done something that you don't like? How many times? And I would bet that whether you are a fur baby mama or a daddy or whatever, or a child parent, that you can't even count, truly. You can't even count. Caroline raised her hand and she said lots of times. That you can't even count. Okay. It's just and how many times, let's just continue to lay the honesty on the table. How many times have we done something and on reflection we don't like it? See, you can't see my hand, but I'm waving it up here. Okay. All right. So, but I can speak to this, that when my kids do something that I don't like, when I'm upset about something, I'm upset about that thing. I'm upset about that instance, that situation. It doesn't make me any less proud to be their mom. It doesn't make me any less proud of them as a human being that I brought into this world. It doesn't make me any less proud of them. So when I think about it in that way, and I go back to the lyrics of the song, I'm proud to be an American, okay? Even despite the challenges, the problems, the clear issues, the serious, serious issues that we have in this country and that every country has, I am still proud to be an American. Now now I may lose people, and to that I say bye. I don't know what to tell you. But me saying that I'm proud to be an American doesn't mean that I think that this is the best and most perfect country on the planet. Doesn't think that I think we have a perfect leader. We've never had a perfect leader, okay? It doesn't mean that I think that the laws are all fair. It doesn't mean that I think that every person in this country is great and perfect and wonderful. It doesn't mean that I think I'm great and perfect and wonderful, okay? Sometimes, all right? I mean, most of the time, just kidding. When we say going back to the children example, when we say that we're proud of our children, doesn't mean we like everything that they do. Even if we say, okay, I'm proud of having my puppy, my little fur baby puppy, but it doesn't mean you're proud when they go, poop on the neighbor's yard or whatever, and you got to clean it up. It just means that we've got to learn to compartmentalize a little bit here. And then if we don't like it, we do have the choice. I can't speak to other countries because I don't live there. But here we have the choice to vote, to get involved with government, to move the state we're in, to leave the country, to take action and not just talk. We do have the freedom and the choice and the independence to take action and do the things that we need to do to change things. And through that, we're not guaranteed change. Even in the original Declaration of Independence, it doesn't say, nowhere in that document does it say you're going to have the right to fight for these things and you're never going to be challenged again, that you're going to get everything you want on a silver platter. It says that nowhere in any of our documents. Nowhere. Declaration, none of it does it say you're going to have the right to fight, you're going to have the right to choose, you're going to have the right to vote, and you're going to get everything you want, the end. Nowhere does it say that. But what happens is when we take the baby and we throw it out with the bathwater, if we are not somewhat happy, proud, connected, something with where we live, why would we fight for it? That it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would we fight for something if we don't have a connection to it? So when we allow ourselves in these times of trials, troubles, challenges to not throw everything out, we still maintain that connection and go, okay, I'm going to make this place, I'm going to be involved, and I'm going to make this place what I want it to be. Whether that's voting for the first time, getting involved, talking to people that are involved if for some reason you can't be. Okay. All of these different things. Juju was out there raising her hand. It happens in every country. I'm proud to be Canadian. Absolutely. And I know, listen, I know there's my hubby out there. We do have a choice. We do have the choice. We are the choice. That's it. Um, and yeah, I know a lot of people that have struggled with what's been going on in Canada as well, that are still like, look, I'm proud to be Canadian, but now it's time for me to say something. Sharon, by my actions and holding space for what I want for all Americans, that makes me proud to be. Sharon, yes. Yes. To do nothing that doesn't make me proud. I now live in a progressive state. Thank goodness. Right. And isn't it beautiful that we have the opportunity here? We have the opinion, we have the option, we have the choice to live in a state that aligns with our values. That's one of the reasons we lived in Alabama, and it's one of the reasons we're now moving to Connecticut. Because, and you guys, you will laugh. I should, if anybody wants to see this and you know me personally, I will be happy to show it to you. When we were looking at where to live years back, I made a spreadsheet. Okay, because this is the organized part of Jessica. I made a spreadsheet, color coded, okay, with columns of the things, the laws, the things that we want as a family that were most important to us. And then I literally went down every United State and every Canadian province and color coded it as to which ones were the most friendly to those laws. That is our freedom to be able to do that, to be able to make a damn spreadsheet and go, okay, where my husband's like, yes, she did. I did. Okay. And I still have it. And I still looked, I went back to that when we were deciding to make this move. I went back to that and looked and said, okay, are we still in alignment here? I went and checked up on all the laws and everything else that were going on. And that's the freedom that we have, the freedom to make a choice. So anyway, going back to the proud, I'm all over the place here this morning, but I promise you we have a point in the end. Going back to feeling proud. Proud definition is feeling deep pleasure or satisfaction as a result of one's own achievements, qualities, or possessions, or those of someone whom one is closely associated. So when you say you are proud, nowhere in that definition does it say you like everything about a thing or a person or a situation. It's saying that you have a feeling of pleasure or satisfaction about the achievements, a quality, or a possession. It doesn't say the whole thing. Nowhere. So when I say I'm proud to be an American, that doesn't mean that I like everything that goes on. But I also recognize that as an American, if I don't like what's going on, I can vote. I can get involved in politics. I can have conversations. I can peacefully assemble. I can write my congressman. I have a lot of different things that I can do. Does that mean I'm guaranteed to get what I want? No. For those of you who are people of faith, when you pray, well, let me ask you a question. When you pray, you have the right to pray, right? When you pray, and ask God for what you want, do you always get what you want? That's my question. We are not guaranteed in this life, whether we're asking a parent, phoning a friend, praying to God, voting, getting involved in politics. We are never guaranteed to get what we want. But we always, always have the freedom to choose. Now, going back to some other definitions here. I want to give you the definition for freedom. Freedom is the state of being free or at liberty rather than in confinement or under physical restraint. The state of being free or at liberty rather than in confinement or under physical restraint. Exemption from external control, interference, or regulation. Now, We have laws. Again, no matter where you live, if you have laws you don't like, I can't speak for other countries. In here in the United States, you can go vote, you can go get involved, you can live in a different state, you have options, okay? You have options. So there's a lot of different moving parts to the definition of freedom. The definition of independence is the state or quality of being independent. Well, thank you. Thank you, dictionary.com. Freedom from the control, influence, support, aid, or the like of others. I love that independence definition because at nowhere does it mention politics. But so many of us, I want to get away from the politics and government conversation for a minute here. So many of us are oppressed by our own expectations. I just want y'all to sit on that for a minute. So many of us are oppressed by our own expectations of ourselves, of others, of situations. So many of us are oppressed, allow ourselves to be oppressed by the expectations of others, by the people that we continue to keep in our close circle, even though we know they're not good for us. I'm just sitting with that for a minute. So many of us, on a moment-to-moment basis, surrender our own freedoms and choices every day to our own expectations and to other people in our close, intimate circles. Yet we are spending all of our energy on other things, getting upset about other things that we're not even taking action on. Caroline said we can vote and we have a choice even if we don't like what is going on. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I say that recognizing and acknowledging that not everybody always had the choice, whether we're talking about people of color, whether we're talking about women. I recognize that. And I go back to what I said at the beginning, by me having this conversation, and I'm so glad you guys are chiming in. And please know, you until the very end of the show, you can always pop on projectjoypodcast.com. I would love to hear from you, even if you don't agree with me. I would love to hear from you because that's part of the freedom that I'm trying to create with this show. I want to hear from you, even if you don't agree. I go back, I've told this story before. I go back to a story that I've told before. You guys remember Elizabeth Smart, who was kidnapped and taken from her home and repeatedly raped and abused and all of these different things. When she was rescued, excuse me, one of the interviews I saw with her, they asked her, how did you survive this? And please, I'm paraphrasing. You can go watch the interviews with her and I'm sure you'll hear something similar. But she went on to share about she survived because she found something every day to be grateful for and joyful about. So what frustrates me at times is when we get into these conversations about freedom and independence and pride, and people say, well, I'm not free. I'm not independent. I can't, I'm not proud. I'm not whatever, because they're upset about something that's going on.
If Elizabeth Smart was able to do that in a situation where she was being repeatedly abused day in and day out, and she was able to survive because she took the time, had the resolve to find the joy, find the peace, find the gratitude every single day among horrific conditions. If she was able to do that in that moment, then we have the ability to do that every single day. That interview will always stick with me. Always stick with me. Why? Because at the end of the day, we will always have the freedom to choose how we react and respond to any situation. Any situation. Whether we are kidnapped, whether we are feeling oppressed by our government, whether we haven't lived up to our own expectations, whether we don't feel free, whatever that situation is, we have the right, the choice, the freedom, the independence. My internet's splotchy, guys, so I apologize. We have the right, ability, freedom, independence, choice to choose how we react and respond to anything. So that freedom comes from within. And I recognize in my own journey that there have been many times that I didn't feel like I could tap into that. There have been many times I felt like I don't feel empowered. I don't feel like I have a choice. It was hard for me to see the choices in the moment. So I'm not negating the fact that sometimes it's hard. And that's where our communities, and going back to what I was saying before about being oppressed in our own little circles that we have, our communities who we hold close to us, committing time to our own personal and spiritual development is absolutely key to experiencing a sense of freedom, to experiencing the feeling of independence, to experiencing pure joy. Hey, Miss Judith, it's good to see you this morning. That's the key. Going back to making sure that we have the tools, being there for each other and saying, Caroline, I know you don't like what's going on in your country. Can I drive you to vote if you couldn't drive for whatever reason? Can I drive you to vote? Judith, I know you're upset today. Can I come give you a hug? Juju, I know you're struggling with this. I have a tool that might be able to help you. Can I share it with you? We can be there for each other. And despite whatever else is going on in the world, we can still, despite any law, despite any ruling, despite anything, we have the ability to create a sense of freedom, independence, peace, joy within ourselves, within our household, within our immediate circle of influence. And if there's enough people that are doing that and spending their energy on what they can do notice I said do, not what they can complain about. Because we look at, and it goes back to freedom. We all have the freedom and right to complain, but if you got to get off your butt and do something if you really want to see change. I continue to, my favorite phrase is, God, pray without ceasing. Yes, but God gives us hands and feet for a reason. Do something if you don't like it. Do something, even if that doing something is to move, is to vote, is to make a change, we're gonna make a change for once in my life. Oh, here we go. Man in the mirror. Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. Yes. Michael Jackson in my head now. Make the change that you want to see. But you have that freedom every single day. It hurts my heart today. Hurts my heart to see so many people across social media surrendering their freedom. Say, just straight out using the words, I am not free. It hurts my heart. You guys, it hurts my heart because you are and you always were at minimum in here. But when you say that you're free, when you say that you're proud, when you say that you're independent, that doesn't mean you don't have to learn to compartmentalize, friends. That's what I'm going to tell you. But you have the choice at the end of the day to experience joy, to experience freedom in your own body, in your own self, with your own life. Some of your choices may be difficult. Some of the laws may make it challenging. Some of the things going on outside you. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying any of that. But when I see, I want to go back to what Sharon says. I want to go back to what Sharon, because Sharon, you just made my entire day with this. By my actions and holding space for what I want for all Americans, there's your freedom. There it is. You can say that you feel some kind of way while still saying, I am free. Nobody's going to take that away from me. That's the lyrics to going back to we keep circling back to Lee Greenwood here, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. The flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away from me. It's the freedom to vote, the freedom to choose, the freedom to be the hands and feet. It's the freedom to be the hands and feet. Again, no one ever promises us when we're born that we're going to have the freedom to get whatever we want and life's going to be perfect. That's not freedom. That's not what freedom is about. And would we learn anything? I mean, we can go down a whole rabbit hole with that. Be the change you want to see. Exactly. Exactly. Take action. Do the things you want. Don't just sit back and complain. Don't just sit back and complain. That doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody. I understand, again, going back, that there are things that can hold us back from stuff, but listen, you have options. And this goes back to the importance of having a circle, having that intimate group of people, whether it's your household or a family that you make, having that intimate group of people that get you, that understand you, that are ready to help. You need a ride to vote, they'll give you a ride. You can't vote for whatever reason, talk to people who can. So many different things you can do. So I enjoyed going through and reading that part of the Declaration of Independence for you. And also going through and talking about the different definitions and all of that. And I hope to see more of people not surrendering their freedom. Mindset and how we talk to ourselves and the words that we breathe into this world are more important than I have time to talk about on this show. When you speak something, you breathe life into it. I need everybody to say that in the comments this morning. When I speak, I am breathing life into what I say. When I speak, I am breathing life into what I say. Say it with me here today, okay? When you say, I am not free, when you are talking about illness, when you have a disease and you're saying, my cancer, my ADHD, my arthritis, you're claiming that. What are you claiming? You're taking away your own freedom right there. Your freedom to just, what if somebody wanted to, what if God, what if the universe, what if your higher, whoever wanted to just bless you and take everything away like that, but you've claimed it. Now you're hanging on to it. And I see people just as quickly giving it away. I am not free. I am not independent. You're breathing life into it. Stop it. Stop. That's all I'm going to say. Sharon said this was a tough subject and you handled it beautifully. Thank you for this conversation on this day of independence. Thank you, Sharon, for being here. Your comment meant a lot to me. Really meant a lot to me. I'll go back to it again. You can be proud and learn to compartmentalize and still not like something. I am proud to be married to my husband, Philip. Sometimes he's a pain in my ass. And sometimes I'm a pain in his ass right back. But I'm proud to be married to him. I'm proud of my children. They make mistakes on a regular basis, but I'm proud of them. I love being their mom, even in the hard times. Okay, maybe not proud in the moment, but even in the hard time, I love being their mom. I don't like everything that happens here. I know that there's work to do. I know that I have the right to vote and get involved in everything else. But at the end of the day, I'm still proud to be an American. And that's where I'm at with that. We're going to take a quick break, you guys, and we're going to be right back. I've got that important announcement for you, so stay tuned in just a couple minutes. We'll be right back after this.
Imagine a world where every child gets a great education. Educating all children is the only way to end poverty. This is what the Weiss Scholarship Foundation is working to accomplish. Our 6 staff members, our mentors and coordinators, who are on the ground in Kenya, are totally engaged in every aspect of our students' lives, so we can give them every opportunity for success. In just a few short years, we have already awarded 141 scholarships. We send children to high school who would have never gone without our support. And then we help them go on to either university or vocational school. We have already scaled our holistic business model to 4 locations and are ready to scale it to many more. Today it's Kenya, but tomorrow it's more countries. Please contribute what you can today. You can make a one-time donation, a recurring donation, or choose to sponsor a child all on your own for all 4 years of high school for just $3,500. Go to our website, www.weissscholarshipfoundation.org.
Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom press-on Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. Don't forget your discount by using the code BREAKTHROUGH. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Judith, I'm so glad you enjoyed that comment. I mean, look, it's true too. It's true. Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad to see that, Judith. I am proud to be an American as well. And I'm proud to be an American who's not afraid to stand up and not afraid to vote and make changes and be involved. And I'm happy to do that for any of that. Oh, this is good. Sharon's dropping the fire today. I'm proud to be Jewish. I'm proud to be gay and married to my wife. I'm proud to share my voice with love and gratitude. I am proud to be me. Yes. Yes. I'm proud to be a pain in the ass to my husband. I just love this. I love this conversation so much with you guys today. And I just want to say again, like I took a pretty I tried to, as gracefully as possible, take a stance today, and that's just me being proud of who I am. Which at the end of the day is an American. And I'm getting emotional here but I want this to be a safe space for everybody. Even if you are not feeling proud of being an American today, I still want to hear from you. That doesn't mean that you're not welcome here. I just want to say that and be very clear. It doesn't mean that we're going to agree, but it means that this is still a safe space for you. And I want that for everybody. I want everybody to feel like they have a safe space and they can be and express themselves. But I worry. I go back to what I said, which is that I worry about people so quickly breathing life into giving away their freedom, because you always have that freedom and those choices within. They're always there. And you surround yourself with people. You can message me, even if you don't know me well. I'm going to help you see the other sides of the coin. I'm going to help you and say, look, this is what you're not seeing. Sometimes it takes that outside perspective. There's more than just a black and white choice here. Okay. There's all these other things that you can choose. These are your options. So if you're having trouble seeing those options, if you're having trouble grasping onto that internal freedom that you have, reach out to somebody today and they can help you see. Make sure you're reaching out to somebody who's not in the same rabbit hole as you, but reach out to somebody and have them help you see the other things. Okay. Before we get to birthdays, I have a couple of quick 2-3 announcements. Number one, I mentioned already that Wednesday is the 4th birthday of the Breakthrough Show. We are having our Breakthrough Show Network 4th birthday bash beginning at 7 a.m. Central Time on Wednesday the 6th. We are starting at 7 a.m. with Project Joy Live. 8:30 is the Breakthrough Show. 10 a.m. Freedom Starts Now. 12 p.m. Spirit Sessions. 1:30 p.m. Learning in Silence. 3 p.m. My Way. 4:30 p.m. Rewriting Reality. 6 p.m. Divine DNA. And 7 p.m. it's going to be Throwback Thursday, but because it's a Wednesday, it's going to be Way Back Wednesday. So otherwise known as Throwback Thursday. So make sure you join us for that. It's going to be a fantastic all-day event. You'll have breaks in between, time to eat, run kids, go to the bathroom, do the things you need to do. So that's coming up on Wednesday. Also on Thursday, an all-new episode of Freedom Starts Now. It's happening at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And on Friday at 12 p.m. Central, the Breakthrough Show is on, and we actually have 2 weeks. So the 8th and the 15th, we have 2 different guests from Japan. We have one that has immigrated here to the United States and one that is still in Japan. So really excited to be doing 2 weeks with Japan together. And now for the announcement. Okay. So I haven't missed an episode of Project Joy Live in a real long time, but I'm about to. In this effort of talking about freedom today, one of the things that I mentioned, that whole being held down by your own expectations and things like that. That's something that I work on with myself on a regular basis, because I have very high if y'all think I have high expectations for you, let's talk about me and the high expectations I have for myself. My thinking going into this move is that I was going to continue doing the show in the morning because nobody's up at this time anyway, typically, so it wouldn't be a problem. However, I have to look out for my mental health at the moment, which this entire thing, this whole move has been so incredibly stressful for me. I cannot tell you enough. I'm blessed, excited, happy that I have a wonderful support system. I have tools that I use, but one of those tools is that sometimes I need to step back and take a break. So all of that being said, my plan is to have, I did the episode today. I will be doing the episode on the 6th for the Breakthrough Show birthday. But tomorrow, the 7th, 8th, and 11th through 15th, I'm going to be taking off from doing the show in the morning. In its replacement, when I have time, and when I get to meet with some of my amazing Breakthrough family on the Breakthrough on the Road tour, which is what we're driving up to Connecticut, I'm going to be coming live at random times with some of my friends, with our meetup, with photos, with all of these things, but it needs to be on a when I can do it basis, because I cannot be held in and not independent. I need to be independent of the time constraints at the moment. So I will be back with regular Project Joy Live at the right same time and everything on July 18th. And I'll be in my new house and everything else. So that is the plan right now. Be back the 18th. Next week I will still be doing my Way episode at 5:05 at 12 on July 12th. 5:05 p.m. Central Time with Tish Robbie. So that is my announcement. That's my sticking to it at the moment. So that's the plan. So for the next 2 weeks, other than Wednesday for the birthday, I will be live at random times on different platforms. Might be Instagram, might be Facebook, might be the LinkedIn, might be wherever. But I'm excited because I'll be coming live with some of the people that you guys know that have been on the show. And I know people I'm going to be seeing. I'm going to be seeing Laura Staley. I'm going to be seeing Lori Ann Davis. I'm going to be seeing Harrison Barron. I'm going to be seeing Nancy. I'm going to be seeing, oh God, so many people. I think I'll be seeing Darlene DeMattis. I know that I will be seeing the Witchers. I know that I will be seeing Bruiser. I know I'm missing people here. There's Suzanne Doolin. There's so many people. So I know I'm going to be seeing lots of people. So I'll be live at different times the next 2 weeks. I just can't be held down by the time constraints at the moment. But I have to be able to take care of me. And I appreciate you guys saying these things in the comments. I know, mind blowing. I'm taking the time off. No one believes me. They're like, we'll see you tomorrow. Because y'all know me. So this was not, you know that this was not an easy decision for me to make, but I'm making it. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. And I appreciate that. Yes, taking care of me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank goodness for showing us the way to take care of yourself. What a good plan and how fun. Thank you for taking care. Thank you for giving me the space to do that and for allowing me to express myself today. I want to thank all of you for expressing yourself. I will see you guys on this show on Wednesday. I would love if you guys, when you see the notification pop up today for Wednesday's show, please share it out. I would love for you to be here. This 4th birthday feels like a really big deal to me. And so I would love for you to be here to celebrate with us the full day of the events and even pop on if you want. I will have that link available for you to pop on as well. Would love for you to do that. And thank you, Caroline. Self-care is important and not selfish. I love you too. So I'll be back Wednesday. And then for the next 2 weeks, I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you when I see you. Okay. I love you guys so much. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. You are always free inside here and don't ever, ever relinquish that. Don't ever give it away. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you next time. Maybe? Yeah. Bye, everybody.
You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.